Good evening students. In last video we discussed about reactions of glycolysis. Let us discuss about the energies of glycolysis and fate of pyruvate in today's video. This is an outline of the glycolysis. So here glucose, which is converted to glucose 6-phosphate by utilizing one molecule of ATP. Then glucose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 6-phosphate. Fructose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6-diphosphate by utilizing another molecule of ATP. Then the 6-carbon compound fructose 1,6-diphosphate, which is divided into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glycerolate 3-phosphate. So from glycerolate 3-phosphate, there will be a generation of 2 NADH. From 2 NAD, these 2 NADH enters into the electron transport chain, produces 6 ATP molecules. Then 1,3-DPG is converted into 3-PG. Here also there will be a generation of 2 ATP molecules from high energy compound 1,3-DPG. 3-phosphoglyceric acid, which is converted into 2-phosphoglyceric acid. 2-phosphoglyceric acid is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate. Phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvic acid. Here also there will be a generation of 2 ATP molecules from high energy compound phosphoenol pyruvate. So this is about aerobic glycolysis. Aerobic glycolysis means glycolysis takes place in the presence of oxygen is known as aerobic glycolysis. So coming to the energies of glycolysis under aerobic condition, glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate, 1 ATP utilized. Fructose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6-diphosphate, 1 ATP utilized. 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid is converted into 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Here there will be a generation of 2 ATP molecules. Then phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvic acid, 2 ATP produced. Then glycerolate 3-phosphate is converted into 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid. This reaction requires the coenzyme NAD. NAD enters into the electron transport chain, produces 6 ATP molecules. So total number of ATP produced is equal to 10 ATP. Total number of ATP utilized is equal to 2 ATP. Net gaining ATP is equal to 8 ATP. Under aerobic condition, we can synthesize 8 ATP molecules. So next, coming to the energies of glycolysis under anaerobic condition. Anaerobic glycolysis means lack of oxygen. So here also glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate, 1 ATP utilized. Fructose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6-diphosphate, 1 ATP utilized. 1,3-DPG is converted into 3-phosphoglyceric acid, 2 ATP produced. Phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvic acid, that will be a generation of 2 ATP molecules. But in aerobic glycolysis takes place in the absence of oxygen, so that is why this does not require the coenzyme NAD. So total number of ATP produced is equal to 2 plus 2, 4 ATP. Total number of ATP utilized is equal to 2 ATP. Net gaining ATP is equal to 2 ATP. Under anaerobic condition, we can synthesize only 2 ATP molecules. So this is about energies of glycolysis. Coming to the fate of pyruvate under anaerobic condition. In glycolysis, glucose, which is converted into pyruvate, and this is utilized in two ways in microorganisms. In microorganisms like bacteria and yeast, the pyruvate, which is converted into ethyl alcohol, and the reaction takes place in two steps. In the first step, pyruvic acid undergoes decarboxylation, that is removal of carbon dioxide from pyruvic acid. In the presence of the enzyme pyruvate decarboxylase, to form acetaldehyde. In the second step, acetaldehyde is reduced by NADH in the presence of the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase to form ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol and NADH, which is converted into NADA. NAD plus. And in muscles, the pyruvic acid is reduced by NADH in the presence of the enzyme lactate dehydrogenase which is also known as LDH to form lactic acid. Lactic acid plus NADH is reduced to NAD plus. Let me explain once again. In glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvate, which is utilized in two ways. In microorganisms like bacteria and yeast, the pyruvate is converted into ethyl alcohol and the reaction takes place in two steps. In the first step, pyruvate and decarboxylation in the presence of the enzyme. Pyruvate decarboxylates to form acetaldehyde. In the second step, acetaldehyde, which is reduced by NADH in the presence of the enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase, which is also known as ADH, to form ethyl alcohol. And in case of muscle and lactic acid bacteria, the pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid in the presence of the enzyme lactate dehydrogenase, and this reaction is known as reduction. So coming to the fate of pyruvate under aerobic condition. Under aerobic condition, pyruvate, which is converted into acetyl-CoA and carbon dioxide with the production of NADH, the enzyme involved is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, and this reaction is also known as oxidative decarboxylation because the oxidation as well as decarboxylation takes place at the same time. Let me write the reaction now. Pyruvic acid is reacting with CoA and NAD to form acetyl-CoA plus carbon dioxide is liberated plus NAD is converted into NADH plus H plus. The enzyme involved is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, which is also known as PDH. This reaction also requires the coenzymes like thymine pyrophosphate, flavin adenine dinucleotide, lipoic acid, and the cofactor magnesium. Let me repeat this reaction again. Pyruvic acid is combining with CoA and NAD to form acetyl-CoA and carbon dioxide. NAD is reduced to NADH plus H plus. The reaction is catalyzed by pyruvate dehydrogenase complex. This enzyme is also known as multi-enzyme complex because this enzyme requires the coenzymes like CoA, NAD, TPP, FAD, that is flavin adenine dinucleotide, lipoic acid, and the cofactor magnesium. That is why it is also known as multi-enzyme complex. And this reaction is known as the link reaction between glycolysis and T-cell cycle.